Everyone is enjoying the great performance of Star Wars Jedi Survivor right now. So for me, the guy with a backlog bigger than Jabba the Hutt, it was time to play the first entry of the series, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. And because it was free on PlayStation Plus. So let's see what this game is all about. Souls-like? Give it to me. Uncharted? I love it. Metroidvania? Yes. Star Wars? Oh. I'm a Star Wars fan. You know what that means. I hate Star Wars.
His favorite thing is Star Wars, and he hates Star Wars.
Anyway, I feel pretty confident right now, so I might go with Jedi Master. Or should I even choose Grandmaster?
Here's my recommendations for difficulty levels depending on what kind of player you are. If you're a Dark Souls and Sekiro veteran, you're probably going to want to do Jedi Master. The Grandmaster difficulty is kind of for masochists.
Alright, I played one Souls game and it's said to be the easiest one, and I did not find it easy, so Jedi Master it is. After an epic Uncharted-like intro with a lot of climbing and falling, we get to witness the evil of the Empire, and then get to the tutorial section of the game, where we finally learn to use our lightsaber to attack and to deflect enemies' blaster bolts, which is absolutely necessary, otherwise the stormtroopers are gonna hit you, which leaves me a little surprised and confused. A stormtrooper actually hit me with his blaster? So maybe Obi-Wan was right all along?
Only Imperial stormtroopers are so precise.
Once the tutorial is done, we get picked up by an unlikely duo of Chris Rock and Danny DeVito.
Where's the rum ham?
They want me to help them rebuild the Jedi Order. Oh, in case I didn't mention it, the game takes place between the prequel and the original trilogy, and we play a survivor of Order 66. Since they have a spaceship and I have nothing better to do, I join them. Our journey starts on Bogano, a planet full of deadly little creatures.
That's a really big bug.
Now I'm really glad that I'm a Jedi, because you know what they say about Jedis?
No one can kill a Jedi.
I wish that was so.
On Bogano, I meet my little drone companion, B12, I mean BD1. I kill a few giant frogs and find a secret vault, where Mr. Miyagi left a message for
Whoever you are,
You really know how to make a woman feel special.
you have passed the test I left behind and gained access to the vault and this recording, one of many encrypted logs stored in the droid.
One eternity later.
Long story short, there is a list of
Young Force sensitives
children hidden somewhere in the galaxy, and we have to find it so we can train those children and rebuild the Jedi Order before the Empire finds them and kills or recruits them. Oh, and in case you don't know what
Force sensitives
means, it basically means that they have a high number of midichlorians in their blood.
Midichlorians. Midichlorians.
Next, we visit the planet Zepho, which is already occupied by the Empire. That means there are stormtroopers everywhere and we get to practice our Jedi skills.
Found you, intruder.
I killed them all. They're dead. Every single one of them.
Once I purge the area from the stormtrooper scum, I find a meditation point, where I can meditate in order to save the game and refill my health bar. After that, the area is full of stormtroopers again. Oh, that's what they mean with Souls-like. Whenever you meditate, all the enemies respawn again. Well, that's a little annoying, to be honest. I'm glad the game isn't only Souls-like inspired. It has some Metroidvania elements as well. Is there anything more satisfying than uncovering a Metroidvania map one by one and seeing all the different branches and shortcuts? Alright, this is the map. I don't know what that is or how to read it or how the hell I'm gonna get back to my ship. Zeffo is a really interesting planet because of its verticality. You're climbing high up and enjoying an awesome view before going deep down into an ancient tomb. While that makes for some really fun level design, it also makes the map all the more confusing and borderline unreadable. Then again, trying to get to the next objective but constantly discovering new areas made for a gameplay loop that kept me glued to the controller. If the exploration was rewarded by something else than stupid ugly ponchos, I would be really happy, but I guess you can't have it all.
It's mostly ponchos. It's mostly poncho. It's 99% poncho. Maybe try to find a poncho? Will there be a poncho in the game? I would only agree to be in the second game if there was a poncho. But you haven't mentioned a poncho.
The lightsaber battles feel really satisfying, especially once you master the parry timing. That is also true for the force abilities. Once you get a hang of them, they are really fun to use. So for the next 20 hours or so, I kill a lot of enemies. Sometimes watch them kill each other, get myself a new lightsaber, face my fears and try to resolve my Order 66 PTSD, discover a few more hidden secrets and even fall in love a little bit.
Gonna be alright. I'm yours, you're mine. Our love is once in a lifetime.
She's a witch, isn't she?
I guess I have a type. The story ends with a finale that leaves little to be desired. Apart from a sequel, of course.
Our love is once in a lifetime.
Maybe one that can hold steady 60 frames?
Just a suggestion.
The game does a really good job at making you feel like a Jedi that is slowly gaining his Force abilities back and is getting more and more powerful. The usual gameplay is interrupted by an occasional set piece like the capturing of an AT-AT on Kashyyyk. And not to forget all the tomb raiding and uncharting that is happening. This game has a very unique feeling because of these ancient tombs that you're exploring. I heard people say that the game feels less like Star Wars and more like a fantasy because of these ancient Zeffo secrets, but I have to disagree because Star Wars has always been science fiction with a pinch of fantasy that borrows many concepts from medieval stories. That's why I think that this game captures more of the original Star Wars feeling than many other Star Wars releases of the past couple of years. And because of that, I not only finish the awesome story, I also go back to find every collectible and earn all the trophies. The level and map design makes this a little bit tedious, especially when you have to go all the way back to the highest point of Kashyyyk for a chest, or down to the lowest point of Dathomir because you missed one plant seed down there. But since the world felt so much like Star Wars and I genuinely liked playing as Cal Kestis, it was still enjoyable for me despite the backtracking. So, even though none of the gameplay mechanics in Jedi Fallen Order are outstanding, the game itself is very special because it does something that I haven't seen in a long time: capture the magic of Star Wars. Shows like Andor and games like Fallen Order show me that there is still hope for the Star Wars universe. After so much disappointment over the past couple of years, you could almost say there is a new hope.